All right, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Let's see in the chat. Uh, I see a lot of excitement in the chat. There's some guitars from Napa Racing Fan. Let me make sure that you're able to see me. Yeah, and a lot of Rajas in the chat. I love it. I love it. And Rajah is a fan of the channel. Rajah is somebody that we've had on the show before, somebody I've got to talk to through the years at the track, got to watch his career sort of grow through the ranks. Love that guy. And he worked his ass off tonight for that win. Absolutely deserves it. Love seeing it. And we're going to talk all about it tonight. Let's look into the finishing order of this race. The 2025 pen flying everywhere. Rackley Roofing 200 at Nashville Super Speedway, 150 laps, 4 cautions for 27 laps, half-second win for Rajah Caruth, with a 1 hour, 42-minute, 38-second run time, 7 lead changes. Rajah, 61 laps led the most laps, gets the victory tonight over Corey Heim. It was Heim time until it was not. And with that, he wins over the man who had the fastest lap, over the man who was damned close to having the most points scored tonight. And Lane Riggs too, 3-truck battle for the win. And I don't think the finish of this race disappointed. Maybe the race itself wasn't as fun as we would have wanted it to be, or even racy as we would have wanted it to be. But I think the finish with the charges from Corey Heim and Lane Riggs, a lot of fun. So that's your top 3: Rajah, Heim, Riggs, Hemrick, who's being interviewed right now, 4th position tonight. Corey Day, 5th. Nice run for Corey Day. We saw a lot of him, and he raced really damn well. Caden Honeycutt comes home 6th. Chandler Smith, 7th. Majeski, 8th. Curry in 9th. Enfinger, 10th. Dawson Sutton, hometown hero, 11th place finish in his return to the Tennessee area, the middle Tennessee area. Jake Garcia with the 12th place finish. Ruggiero in 13th. 14th is Ben Rhodes. 15th, never could recover from his restart violation. Kyle Busch finishes the same place BJ McLeod did last week in the same car or truck. Tanner Gray in 16th. 17th is Ankrum. Fenhouse in 18th. Perez 19th. Jack Wood 20th. Then Friesen, Mills, and Connor Mosack, the top 23 on the lead lap. 1 lap down for William Sawalich in the 24th spot. 25th, a lap down for Crafton. 2 down in 26th and 27th for Spencer Boyd and Clayton Green in that order. Nathan Bird with 3 laps down, 28th place finish. 29th, Thomasy, and 29th, 3 laps down. 30th, 6 laps off the pace for Tony Breidinger. Ogata in 31st, same amount back. And then Frankie Muniz out of the race after lap 1. Even if it wasn't his fault, I'm not shocked anymore. So here is the finishing results. If I spelled somebody's name wrong, let me know. And let me know now what you thought of this race. Out of 10, what would you grade this race as being? 10 being the best truck race you ever seen, and 1 being just not very good. I see an 8. I see a 7.1, very trendy. 7, 3, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9, 71. Let's see, 7.1. A lot of people seem pretty happy with this race. I'll say this. I thought the last, I don't know, maybe like 60 or so laps, ton of fun. Like the last run of this race, absolutely loved it. Main race itself, total race, it wasn't the greatest. I thought it was a middle of the line truck race. Didn't have a bunch of stupidity, which I always will appreciate. Did have some good racing up towards the front, especially early in runs. But overall, I don't think something to write home about. I think a lot of people are going to love this race more because Rajah won, and Rajah's a popular guy. I know I'm a big fan of Rajah and what he does on and off the racetrack. Absolutely love that part. And I love it for him because he struggled so much early in the season, got dug into a hole. Coming into this race, Looking at the point standings I have, Rajah was 13th on the playoff grid, 17 points behind Stuart Friesen. That is definitely going to change. I believe Friesen now is outside of the top 10 as they run right now. Corey Day being interviewed. We'll talk about him in a moment. But I kind of want to talk about this race because the first stage had some craziness a little bit. You know, you had the first caution with Frankie Muniz, the Truck Series current caution clock, with oil coming out of the car, out of the race early on. Only truck out of it. Very clean race, and it's the same thing last year. It was a very clean race last year too. But most of this race I'm looking through was dominated by the 11 and the 34. They switched first and second in the first and second stages. Riggs, Heim, then Heim, Riggs. Rajah was third in both stages, top line guy. That team, that 71 team, they very much were top. I would say some of the top guys out there. In the pits, the 71 was just absolutely lights out. And you can't say the same about Corey Heim's team. They fell back at different points. The 34 was just garbage tonight in so many ways. So I think they did an excellent job in securing that victory tonight and getting him in that position, getting him where he needed to be, and then he was able to do the rest. Dirty air, yes, a big problem, but that's a problem in every series. Everyone knew about that going in. The 11 tried making a move, a little squeeze job, but nothing really too bad, too egregious, anything like that. I was very impressed tonight by how Rajah ran. You definitely can see him as a driver maturing more and more as this year's went on, as last year went on. He had that win early last year with the Las Vegas race, I believe it was in the early part of the season. Kind of fell off a cliff. Hasn't like for his, the team standards at least, has kind of fallen off. Had similar runs this year, even if they wrecked out. They weren't exactly the fastest ones out there, but just absolutely top run for that entire team. Again, I can't say the same for the 11, especially the 34. I get the driver might have had some error in that, but that 34 team was garbage tonight. Definitely, I know we have the lol cows of the race that we have in here. Very much in contention. I'll say that. Another one I want to talk about, 5th place finish for Day. Corey Day getting a 5th place finish today. He has been a fish out of water in pretty much all of his NASCAR starts the last year. Has looked terrible in so many of them, and great equipment too. And he looked the part tonight. He looked like he should have been up there. He was racing at times with Corey Heim, with Lane Riggs, with Rajah, with Daniel Hemrick. He was racing towards the end of the race with Caden Honeycutt, who I think is somebody who has a very bright future in this series. That's what he should be doing. That's, I think, what everyone expected. Do I think he, will be doing better the more Xfinity runs? We'll see. He's very much been a fish out of water in those ones. But you know what? Credit where it's due. Credit where it's due. There was real improvement shown tonight. This wasn't a race that had a ton of cautions and attrition that took people out. We had 23 of the 32 trucks on the lead lap tonight. Of those, 31 total finished. Only one didn't. So attrition cannot be blamed for it. Tonight was very much, you had to have as much of a mistake-free night as possible. If you had a ton of crashes and stuff, the issues the 11 and 34 had, they would have been able to make up. Because I think they were better than the 71 by a wide margin. But the 71 and that team was the most flawless team on setup, on driver, on crew, on calls alike, all of it. And you saw those guys did come back and have good runs, but not the runs they should have had, not winning runs. There's Carson Hocevar wearing a Dale Jr. shirt in Victory Lane with his Spire teammate. I love that because I'm pretty sure I have that shirt, if I'm not mistaken. Super fan here, I know. But Corey Day, going back to him, not many issues. Ran a pretty good race, a race that didn't have a bunch of stuff breaking it up to try and tighten the field up or anything like that. That deserves praise early on. Dawson Sutton, near top 10 coming back. got to praise him too. Little bias, just a little bit of bias. Yes. Look out, Lamar Jackson. The 8 is out. But you got to give that credit. I mean, you see Kyle Busch, he had that early penalty where he had, I believe, the restart violation on lap 11, never able to recover, never able to crack the top 10 the rest of the night. And I don't think Kyle Busch is a terrible driver in the trucks at this point still. Is he a little off from where he was cupping a few years ago? Yeah, definitely. But he should be racing up front in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. That 07 truck wasn't on it. They have not been on it really at all this year. And that penalty completely screwed him in this race. So, was there a ton of stuff to talk about in this? Like, there was a spin, I think, from Jack Wood. There was the stuff with Frankie Muniz. I gotta say, maybe it's just me being like a little oversensitive or something like that. But Frankie Muniz over the radio, like, is that a little concerning? I wrote it down. He put the quote, "I don't know what to do in my life anymore." And I'm like, okay, you're either being really over dramatic or like somebody needs to give you a hug, buddy. Because Malcolm is not having very much fun in the middle, and he's not really in the middle. He's just in the back of the pack as always. But hey, you know what? Look, I got to give it to him. Maybe they're experimenting for next year. Maybe Prime set a fire under their ass because Fox is actually doing a post-race show. Like, hot diggity dog, they might be done after I am. Knock on wood. Granted, when you have a pretty short race, fits in the window, I would assume you're able to do that. But I mean, damn, man. Like, I'm surprised. Maybe them going all defensive on social media for the last 5 or 6 days. Maybe they actually were like, okay, maybe we actually do have to change a few things. I can talk about the booth. It was boring. Not at Nashville. It was funny. Michael Waltrip being like, I love being in this city. That's a great racing culture, and it's so great, and I love the feel of being here. And they show him, and he's sitting in there in the Charlotte studio, and I'm like, yep, Michael, you're sure in Nashville. Regan Smith, I mean, he has a lot of background in NASCAR, but not very good. Oh, yeah. Yes, my Michael Waltrip impression is, I know he's not in it, but there's Danny Dye. Yeah, that Michael will find a way. He will find a way. Get host of our back in there. Regan Smith, that was a fun experiment, and I over exaggerate when I say fun. It really wasn't a fun experiment. It was just, it was very boring tonight. Inoffensive, I guess, is the right way to put it. So that's nice, I guess. But overall, again, I think this race was, for the most part, forgettable, but it had kernels of fun storylines, like little seeds of fun storylines to talk about, and then a really fun finish to the race. 3-truck battle between the best guy out there, charging in second, Lane Riggs, who's probably the most egregious guy out there right now, in third with the faster truck than any of them. Rajah Caruth struggled all year, very popular, goes out and pretty much saves his season with the W tonight. You can't really be too upset with that kind of finish. Race itself, I could take it or leave it. Not really my cup of tea for a total thing. But not the worst thing. I mean, I'd probably like say 5 out of 10. I'm probably being a little generous too. I'm very happy that Rajah got the win. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very, very happy he got the win. He should be running there at this point with the experience he's had in the truck series this far in. With the truck he has, and I know Spire hasn't been kind of on it as much as before. I think that this is where he should be running more weeks. He should be competing for more wins. And I'm hoping now you get the pressure off at this point for the rest of the summer. Looking at the schedule here, it's looking like we have 6 races left till the playoffs. You have 6 races left starting in June. You got Michigan on Big Fox next week. By the way, it's on Big Fox next week. Pocono, Lime Rock also on Big Fox. IRP, Watkins Glen, Richmond. Very wide array of types of tracks to see if he can improve or run better, or who can improve and run better. And some tracks that I think, like for instance, the Roval being in the playoffs now for trucks, Watkins Glen can probably really go off of, and be kind of a litmus test there. The run at IRP could probably be something that would help, say, at New Hampshire or at Martinsville. So I think there's some things that you can probably glean from the next couple of weeks into the summer. But 6 races to go for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series playoff hunt too. And, I don't have the points on me. Maybe Fox will show them in a moment. But going into this race, you got to move everyone down a spot because Rajah was way outside going in. I would have to think it's about 35, 40 points between Garcia and Stuart Friesen now. Majeski would have been on the cut line before this week, but I believe he finished. Where did he finish? He finished 8th, and Garcia. Where did Garcia finish? 12th. So that probably was the difference. I mean, at this point, it's pretty much for the truck series. Gear up, y'all. Because I think it's going to be a wild, wild summer in the truck series, because now it's pretty much win and you're in. Like, you're going to have to win if you're outside the cut line at this point. So I think you're going to see teams taking some crazy moves. I think you're going to see those who are in, who have nothing to lose, taking some crazy moves. And again, these tracks with bonsai crazy strategy moves like a Michigan or a Pocono, those ones I think will probably cater towards the Corey Heims, the Lane Riggs, and maybe any of the Cup guys that might come down that are eligible for the rest of this time. Lime Rock, though, road course strategies always can be crazy. IRP, last couple lap restart and people going for broke, anything can happen. Watkins Glen again, road course restart, all that, and then Richmond. So I think it's going to be a very interesting run for the rest of the summer into the truck playoffs, which start in Darlington too. So I really think that the truck series, if you haven't been a fan of what the truck series has been so far this year, I do think that there is going to be a lot more intrigue this year in the second half of the season than years past. It's been a much cleaner season so far. So, like, again, knock on wood, that keeps going. But I'm really, really looking forward to this summer with trucks. I feel so sad that we only have one race between June 28th and August 8th this year. But we got 3 of the next 4 weeks with truck races. Again, you're going to want to tune in. Next week, they're racing Saturday at noon Eastern, 5 for the Pocono race that Friday of June 20th, and then 1 p.m. Eastern, June 28th, on 2 of those on Big Fox, Michigan and Lime Rock. Be sure you watch, because I have a feeling they are going to be some absolute bonkers, crazy stuff going on and racing stuff. Yes, noon. And if you saw NWP last night, you know the joke of that one. I'm not going to say it again, but you know the joke. You're the real ones for for that one. But yeah, overall, decent enough race. It completely. I think the word for tonight for me before the finish was just an inoffensive, normal race. And it had a nice little cherry on the top at the end and a fun finish. Let's look at a super chat stage break. I'm looking on the TV and they got Boyer with Secret Service. Is that, or what the hell is going on? I'm just seeing like Secret Service surrounding a bunch of people or something. And I know it's not the president. I think it's like a driver. It's like the Fox crew. The hell is this? Oh, behind the broadcast. So they can show us behind the scenes of why they were so bad this year on Fox. Let's go into the super chat stage break. I believe everybody who put them in before or after we went live. So we can look at all of these, I think. Yes, we can. So CBA for the 10 says Regan Smith was a pleasant surprise in the booth and surprisingly decent race. I can't wait for all the people to call NASCAR woke because Rajah won. Also, Fox is still extremely bad. Again, I wasn't the biggest fan of Regan in the booth. I thought he was kind of bland, but I'll take bland over, I guess, horrible or inexperienced. Fox just is bad in general. And yeah, I can't wait to see what Facebook has to say about Rajah going out there and earning a win. But hey, we can laugh at all of them because they're all DARFs, dumbass race fans, as Brett Griffin said. Probably the smartest thing Brett Griffin said too. Cy Supersonic for the 364 says, "Attaboy, Rajah. He'll be in Xfinity in no time." So that's the thing. I don't even know if I think he should stick one more year in trucks. I don't think, unless he towards the end of the year gets a lot better, I don't think the improvement's been shown yet when it comes to Rajah getting on up there. I love this. Oh yeah. I guarantee she'll be a bundle of joy tonight. Steven for the 10 or 20 says, "Missed the race because I put my 2-year-old to bed and I have missed NWP the past couple weeks, but congratulations, Iceberg and Wifeberg. Thank you. I appreciate it. And don't ever worry about having to be set at any kind of schedule of watching us. If life gets in the way, and this is for everyone, we will always be here the next week." Says, I was at the 600 and what a damn race. Hocevar became my favorite driver in that race. It was a hell of a fun race. And I absolutely loved it. I loved the broadcast, and being there in person must have been electric at the end of that thing. Scott McNew, good to see you, man, for the 10 says, "Congrats, Rajah. Unfortunately, flight delay made me miss the race, but looking forward to going to the Xfinity and Cup races this weekend. Have a blast." I think Eric and Danny will be out there during this weekend. I think old John Player Ramos will be out there. I won't help him take care of the kid. Promised Wifeberg that even if the kid came beforehand, I would be here, and I want to uphold that. Though you might see us if we're hanging out. We'll definitely be hanging out in the area tomorrow night. Funny enough, speaking of the little ice cube, I have found out that she goes to sleep to the sound of NASCAR car engine noises and songs by 3 Days Grace. So I am very proud father in that one. Eric W., thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Definitely need to up the game when it comes to rewarding all of y'all members. But I'm sure that they are all very thankful, and I am thankful as well. Very much appreciated. Eric W., very generous of you. SW says, for the 2, a Rajah Caruth W. Yeah. Love it. I love it. A Napa Racing fan for the 2 says, review of the Earnhardt doc on Prime, rating out of 10. I've tried doing reviews before. People are never really that interested in what I think of those, which fair enough. Like that's pretty damn good. I've watched the first episode. Maybe I'll watch the second and third tonight or something like that. Very well made. I'm very surprised of the footage and the facts that I didn't know about Dale Earnhardt and the Earnhardt family. And as a Earnhardt diehard growing up, as having my grandpa who remembers Dale Earnhardt racing in the 2 machine and remembers him part-time before he went full time. That was very surprising for me in such a good way. I'll say this, the Earnhardt doc, when I heard about it, and I don't think I was the only one that said it on NWP. I had said, why? What is the point of this existing? And I think it was justified because there's been so many Dale Earnhardt documentaries that run over and retread the same damn thing. But I think the production, the opening up of the Earnhardt family, and new facts being learned about Dale Earnhardt, about, from what it sounds like about the entire Earnhardt family, like that justifies it being there. Like that's the thing I've been asking more and more, because I have to be much more selective with my time. I very much ask with documentaries and docuseries, like, why? Why is this being made? Should this be made? Right. And if I can justify it in my head, if I can justify it to myself of not just, oh, this nice little fan service, tickle my member berries, all of that, then I'll watch it. And I wanted to give this a shot because again, I am my family and myself Earnhardt fans. Me, Dale Jr., a lot of my family, Dale Earnhardt. So yeah, I mean, I long way of saying like I'm very intrigued with this, and as soon as I get more time, I will be finishing that docuseries. Um, so hey, one more thing. I found this. I was unpacking. I have so much NASCAR memorabilia, and I thought I would do another show and tell with y'all because I like to do them, especially on the lower series post race shows, because like y'all come out in force, and I appreciate it. So I found this hauler that I had. It's a Davey Allison hauler, and it's like a die cast, right? And it opens up in the back, and I wonder if I got to get it out here. And they have this like cute little Davey Allison car. Like, I don't know if you can see it too well. It's like that's just like the cutest little thing, man. It's like one of those go-kart cars that you see people driving on the road, like the little shoe cars that can fit in a shoebox. And it's totally a toy, right? But it's just like a blast from the past, and it fits on these treads, and you just drive it right in. If I can keep it there, and closes up and just rolls around in the car or in the truck. I thought that'd be something really cool to show off. I was meaning to last night, but we were having such a blast. It went like 3 damn hours, so we really didn't have time to. So, I wanted to show it tonight because it was something that's just really cool. So we'll be live tomorrow after the Xfinity race, and then after the Cup race Sunday, and then on this channel for NWP on Wednesday. Busy week heading into the month of June. Going to be a lot of fun. Cannot wait to see you guys there for all of it. Congrats, Rajah, on the win. Very happy to see that. And hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for giving me some of your Friday night. Go enjoy the rest of it, and I will catch you all later. Bye, y'all.